Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
I left the good guy. I left the guy that everybody looks at and is like, that's a dad. That's a husband. That's how it's supposed to be. He did the dishes. He cleaned the house. He took the kids to school. He worked all day. He made good money. He supported us. I mean, yeah, we had our problems, but he was the good guy.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Yesterday we featured a video in which a woman explained how women use their sexuality to trap men, secure resources, and then leave men high and dry. She also mentioned how this impacts good men who suffer from this behavior. Now, in this video, we take it a step further by delving into the mentality and consequences of women who display this behavior. So without further ado, let's get this highlight reel started!
So I thought I'd talk for just a minute about this divorce that I'm going through. Because I'm sure, just like I found some relatable advice through here, other people might relate to me. So I was married for 10 years. I got married young. I was 21, barely, like 3 days, 21. Already had a baby. He was 8 weeks old at our wedding. And I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning. Like that I wasn't gonna make it. And I didn't know what that feeling was. I just thought it was cold feet, but it kind of manifested itself for the next 10 years. And here we are 10 years later going through a divorce.
This is key information, fellas. What she's saying really hits home about how both societal and cultural expectations can affect how long relationships last. Even though she knew her marriage had an expiration date, she stuck it out for a solid 10 years. Why?
Why?
Part of it was wanting to keep up appearances, you know, to save face in front of both her family and his. It sounds like a bit of a shotgun marriage too, given that she tied the knot when the baby was just 8 weeks old. Makes sense she stuck it out to take care of the child. So I guess she never planned to have a child with this dude and always had the urge to be with other men. Ali Wong talked about it.
It is so upsetting to a person like me because I think about cheating on my husband. My mom doesn't understand. She can't relate to these feelings of wanting to fool around outside of your marriage because she's an immigrant woman who was born in 1940. I, on the other hand, have met the entire cast of the Avengers.
We've highlighted a classic video of an average-looking 15-year-old girl receiving attention from hundreds of guys. The mentality of, I can always do better, is established at a young age.
So he didn't really start this process. I guess it was more so me, because I was always looking for someone else because I didn't know how to be loved or how to accept love from somebody. And so while he was fighting for me, I was pushing him away. But I never truly accepted happiness. I left the good guy. I left the guy that everybody looks at and is like, that's a dad. That's a husband. That's how it's supposed to be. He did the dishes. He cleaned the house. He took the kids to school. He worked all day. He made good money. He supported us. I mean, yeah, we had our problems, but he was the good guy.
I've said it many times on this channel. A good man can make a woman feel bad because she's not a good woman. A bad boy makes her feel better about herself because he takes away the pressure of being a good woman. Women need plausible deniability. Women need excuses to justify their bad, immoral behavior. If she files for divorce, you must be a narcissist. If she takes your children, you must be an abusive man. Because women can't handle being seen as a terrible person. Therefore, shame had a huge influence on women's behavior and would keep women in check in the past. And in modern times, women are exempt from it. These excuses are exactly what the woman in yesterday's video was talking about.
And then all of a sudden it's, well, it's my past with men before I met you, or it was my relationship with my dad, or I have really low self-esteem and I don't really know what I like, and just all these stories start coming up out of nowhere. And the sad part is, because good men want to believe their wives, they see the good in us, is then they fall for these stories. And you'll see women in comments of some of these videos from other men telling men, here's what you need to do to get your wife to re-engage with sex, and you know, turn your game back on, and you gotta, and all these things. And women will comment on the videos like, yes, I wish my husband knew this. But the truth is, and we all know it, ladies, is that if they do those things, it still doesn't make us happy, and we're still pointing the finger, and you're not doing it right, and well, I didn't mean it like that, and well, no, maybe that's not what I want. And it's just this, it's this total crazy making for good men.
So I'm here to tell you, it's okay to leave the good guy. Don't stay because he's the good guy. Leave because he's not the guy for you. Leave because you have to be happy. Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy? And that is a harsh reality that I'm facing right now, and a lot of scrutiny from a lot of people. But it's okay to leave the good guy. I hope that helps you, because nobody has looked me dead in the eye and say it's okay to leave the good guy.
The foolishness? Of course not. Only a fool would look you dead in the eyes and tell you it's okay to leave your good husband of 10 years and the father of your child behind. This selfish behavior has turned marriage into nothing but a joke. Women have been leaving the good guys for a while now, and when women engage in this behavior, they often don't consider the consequences of their actions. There is a law of cause and effect, and in the next clip, we will show you what this looks like.
All right, so homegirl here is back into the dating pool, and just a brief recap. I was married for like 13 years or something. This sounds bad. I was married for 13 years. My ex and I are on good terms, but went through divorce in 2020, obviously pandemic, and then kind of in and out, really didn't focus on dating a whole lot until recently. And so I did not realize, I'm 37 years old. I did not realize what dating has become. And honestly, for all of you who have been single and have been, in this dating scene for a while now, I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. If fun is what you're looking for, but why is it so hard to find genuine connections, and people who just want to, like, I don't know, get married and stuff?
You messed with the minds of the marriage-minded men. And now you are surprised these men don't want to get married anymore? Why in the blue hell do you want to get married if you experience firsthand that marriage vows don't hold any value? Marriage vows are supposed to be promises to uphold, right? So if your wife chooses to divorce you even after you kept your vows, it raises the question of whether the vows were empty, meaningless, or merely for entertainment purposes. And to make things worse, she will divorce grape you in court and take resources she doesn't even deserve. You don't hear these effeminists complaining about inequality in the courtroom, do you? Women are rewarded for wrongfully divorcing their husbands. Women are rewarded for being terrible mothers. So what are the benefits for men again? It's a joke. Modern marriage is a joke. Don't do it.
Run! Get to the chopper!
The audacity of these women asking where the good men are, especially when they are the ones divorcing them. You can't make this stuff up. That's why we call them agents of chaos. With women, it's not about what's morally good or bad. It's about what feels good.
Can you make me feel good? Can you make me feel good?
Because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy?
In a context where there is no emphasis on honor, moral code, and a lack of reliability and trust, building and sustaining relationships becomes close to impossible. That's why you cannot be surprised. You cannot be mad that men are not willing to participate in this foolishness. Because the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.